guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marianne. This is Milu, and I should say this is Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Alright.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Marianne. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to make a Q&A video, and my little helper here is Daniel, and my dog is Milu. We are all here for the same reason, to answer 5 most requested questions for you. So what is the first question?
The first question is, why did you become a dog trainer?
Oh, that's a really great question. So I was always into dogs and learning about dogs and studying dogs. And before I got my first dog, Mindy, I read all dog training and mindset related books on the market. So it took me 2 years. Then I got my dog, so I raised her by the book, literally, and she turned out well. And then I got my second dog, which was Milu, and from a shelter. And when I got him home, I realized, like, oh my gosh, he has aggression issues. He was resource guarding everything. Like he would get into a fight for or over food, a toy, or even me. So the same scenario, he was staying on my lap, and when Mindy would come close, then he decided to get into a fight. So that was a bloody and terrifying experience. And I didn't want to turn him back to the shelter because I knew that they would put him down, and I didn't want that. I didn't want to do that to him. So I started studying dog training and behavior modification, and that's how I got here where I am now today. So he put me on the right path, basically. And I really want to help people. So many people are struggling, and probably the family didn't know anything about dog training, and this is how he got himself in trouble. But I want to show people that even though you have a dog who has problems, it doesn't have to be forever. So 99% of dogs is something that you can fix. I mean, the problems.
So you got the dog of your dreams and your life becomes a nightmare.
Oh yeah, literally.
It really shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Because, like, every dog can change, and no dog deserves to be put down for a reason like that.
And I want to point out the fact that dogs can change within a really short period of time with the proper training and the proper tools, using the proper tools. But the hard part is all the people, the owners, the emotional part. They get attached to the dogs, and it's like, yeah, it would be like another answer to another question. So next.
Okay, number 2. What do you think is the most important thing a dog has to learn?
Oh, most important thing. So let's say you have a dog that like has no training, no nothing, but it's not aggressive and not out of control and nothing like that. I would say place command is a really, really great thing. Now I have 3 dogs. I mean, 2 behind the cameras. They're both on place. Basically, it teaches the dogs to relax, so they can play in 1 minute, and the next second you can put them on place, and they stay there. They're relaxing. They're calm. They don't go anywhere. They're not going to destroy your house. They're not going to chase your kids when they're playing. They're not going to chase the cat or any other animals in your household. And dinner time, they're not going to beg for food or just run under the table and pick up all the food pieces that you might drop. And if you have multiple dogs that I have, they're not going to make troubles. No rough playing, no no fighting, just plain calmness. So yeah, I think place command is the most important.
Yeah, and my dog would go under the table, and he once
It's okay.
picked up a chicken bone, and he has like a resource guarding issues, so you cannot take like food away from him. And it was really scary because if you're eating something that is poisonous to a dog and they pick it up, then you don't want your dog to get hurt.
Yeah, and every kind of cooked bones are actually very dangerous for a dog because they what's the word for that? Splinters.
Yeah, they can splinter and it can hurt your dog's mouth. They can shatter and pieces
and
can
their
hurt.
stomach and the whole digestion system.
Yeah.
So they can die basically. So you don't want any accidents. So as I said, like place command is really nice because it just keeps dogs occupied. It's a mental exercise, and it says like, hey, it's time to take a nap. So that's just really handy. Next.
Number 3. What is the story of Milu, this little brown guy?
Oh, I already
You already
told
said
you.
that.
Yeah, the half of the story, and no, actually, I told the whole story. So instead of his story, I'm gonna tell you about Max's story.
We actually used to own Max.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming from a family with 5 kids, and they knew nothing, like zero, about how to train a dog.
I knew absolutely nothing. He would run away. I had to chase him down a busy street, which was not safe. It was really chaotic. And
Yeah.
we met her that way. She's our dog trainer, and she invited me over here for a video. My mom is right there behind the camera.
Yeah. So my first thought was like, oh my gosh, this dog needs to learn literally everything. By the time I met Max, he was around 7 months old, 8 months old, and he was just a puppy. He would chew on everything, pee
on
everywhere.
everything. Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
bed, under
If she
the
were
bed.
to come over to train our other dog, then she would be like,
Mindy,
"Oh,
okay.
pee's there. There's pee everywhere." And we're like, "Yeah, he's peeing and peeing
Mindy,
and peeing
Okay.
and pooping and pooping and pooping." But she really changed her eyes and she helped that dog.
Yeah. So after a few like times he would run away, and after a few shoes he chewed on, his mom decided that he cannot keep this dog. She cannot keep this dog. Sorry, because that was just way too much time and energy that she would have put into his training. So she asked me like if I wanted to get him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, he's a really amazing dog. He's very soft. He's learning so fast, and also he had major separation anxiety.
Oh my god,
So
he would cry.
he would
so
cry for
much.
days in the crate.
Please.
Yeah, I think it took like 3 days because I didn't get
Oh.
the collar in
No,
time.
he wasn't in the crate for these. He was crying just over and over, and like sometimes I had to leave my room and sleep in my mom's room because it was so loud, and no matter what I did, they just go "Row, row, row, row," and I couldn't sleep. I had to go to a different room. He was having diarrhea, running around like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Also, he has digestion issues, so he has a very, very sensitive stomach. He supposedly are coming from a breeder, but he's nothing like a Boston
The
Terrier.
people we got him from said
And-
that he was an $1,000
$1,000
dog, and that he's so fancy, but they got him
But
from the
he's not.
backyard breeder.
He's a garbage. I mean, no, like if you look up
Boston Terrier. He
Boston
doesn't
Terrier?
look anything like him.
no.
It's good. Mindy was also from a backyard breeder, and she
Yeah.
had lots of problems in her bones or something that you told me.
She had hip dysplasia.
But him, we're lucky that he doesn't have any diseases in the bones or in organs or anything.
Or at least
yet.
we don't know yet because he's too young.
He's too young.
Now he's over
4.
a year old, and let's say he's the most trained dog of mine because I had to put tons of hours training him. But now he can. So again, he can be calm, and this is something that I always tell people that if your dog cannot settle down, it's gonna cause trouble. It's gonna make trouble. It's gonna steal your shoes. It's gonna chew on everything. And Mindy wants to come up too, but we have a teeny tiny couch, so that's gonna be really funny. All right, so this is Max's story, and we fixed him, and since he's the dog who has the highest energy of all 3, he's the one who's pushing me every single day, like, do something, let's go out and do something else and learn something new, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but I'm so glad for all of my dogs. I've learned so much from all of them, and yeah, he's the one who's keep pushing me. All right, next.
4. How many dogs do you work at once? So this question isn't how many dogs at once, like all on leash or all learning sit at the same time. How many dogs, like what's the maximum capacity at a time that you can keep in our area for?
Okay, so since I have 3 dogs and I do all training.
No.
That's gonna be fun. Just wait for it. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is real life.
Mindy.
This is real life, and this is very much pushy age behavior, but we can deal with it. You can grab Max.
Okay, come on, Max. Come.
All right. So usually I don't allow this kind of behavior, but I thought it's funny for the video, for you guys, for entertainment purposes. Mindy, down. No, down. No. Down.
Okay. Pass the laptop. Yes.
All right. So
Okay.
go back to the question.
Okay.
So since I have 3 dogs, by the way, this is Mindy. Since I have 3 dogs on my own, and I live in the same apartment where I train all board and train dogs, I only can take 2 dogs at a time, and it's also great because I can 100% focus on those dogs and their training and their special or specific needs. So it's not like a big, huge board and train facility when they have like a zillion trainers, and that's great too. But what I'm doing is I basically live with these dogs 24/7. So I this is my job. This is my full-time job. So I barely go out and barely leave the house. So yeah, this is why I took only 2. But that's a great.
Typing up the next questions. Okay. 4. How many? I just asked that. 5. Who is this kid?
Oh, this kid. That
Let
must
me
be
explain
you.
who I am.
Okay, tell them who you are.
Okay, I'm a kid.
Mexican.
If you couldn't tell, okay. My name is Daniel, and I work here. I just briefly mentioned that we met through dog training. We were her first ever clients, and we asked her, we have a dog, and he needs help. Can you help us? She's like, sure. So today she invited us over for a video.
Yeah.
And my mom's there, where we just did this video because she's like, you want to be in a video? I'm like, yeah, sure. So yeah,
You can go on.
that's how we met. That's who I am. Okay.
Yeah, so with her mom, I become friends. We become friends because since I got Max, they kept asking me like, how's he doing? Is he okay? Is he still peeing on everything? And we talked a lot. And then they kept their first dog, Dexter, who you can see in one of my YouTube videos. And then you got Lulu.
So we don't have 3 dogs.
Maltese.
She owns Max. I think she's almost less than 5 pounds. She's a little less. 1 pound less.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she's tiny.
They had a dog. Then they got Max. Then I got Max from them, but we kept in touch. And then they got Lulu, who needed help. And then I said, okay. So no, actually, we went on vacation.
Yeah.
And they asked me if I can board your dogs, and I'm like, okay, but I want to train them because they really need it. So as you can see in my videos,
yeah, you can see her first ever video. It's pretty good. It's her time with Lulu, the time she spent with Lulu, a 2-week transformation. So you know those transformation videos? It's really good. Check it out. We'll have some type of link in the description below. We're not promising, but we'll link the name and you can search it up from there. Number 6. What is fridge dog training?
we only have 5 questions.
Oh.
Do we have a
But you only put 1 for the next time.
Oh.
So we can edit this part out if you
Fridge
want.
dog training? Oh yeah,
She put hashtag fridge dog training on her.
Yeah, okay. So
stuff,
you probably saw the hashtag. So fridge dog training is coming from my fridge. So I use back tie, that's the word, back tie. So basically the thing is, when I teach place to dogs, to make sure that if they get up from place and they try to leave the pet cot, they don't go too far before I can catch them. So this way I can lead them back with the leash on the place, and they're gonna understand that, okay, so I have to stay on one spot. So they wear a leash and a collar, and I tie the leash to the fridge. And I started doing it because the fridge has a nice handle, and I felt comfortable to put those dogs there, and they are not in the middle of the apartment, so they don't bother anybody, and I can do my stuff around them. And I use the hashtag fridge dog training. So basically that's it. It's just a safety thing that I use on every dog.
Yeah. Please leave a comment below if you like these vlog style videos more, and if you would like to see me in another video. Also,
please let me know if you like this
setup,
dog soup, and what do you think about it? Is it bothering? Is it like making you, what's the word?
Anxiety.
No, like distracting. Is it distracting for you? Because then I'm just gonna let them stay on place next time, and we're just gonna be two people talking.
Yeah, give us feedback, because then we can make more content.
And leave questions. Yes, leave some questions. What do you want to know?
Do you like the background? We just set it up.
Oh, that's way too many questions. Guys, you have a lot of homework to do. Alright, thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!